Biafra, superstars, media.
Freedom is not a gift from government. Freedom is a gift from God. Freedom is not a gift from government. Freedom is a gift from God.
What he said, Trump?
Freedom is not a gift from government. Freedom is a gift from God.
Again?
Freedom is not a gift from government.
Listen.
Freedom is a gift from God.
Listen.
Freedom is not a gift from government. Freedom is a gift from God.
Again?
Freedom is not a gift from government. Freedom is a gift from God.
Oh my God, have mercy. My people, now how on a day I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you listen to the sound of my voice. This one, Biafra Superstars Media, and I'm holding it down. I say, may God bless Biafra, and may God bless His Excellency Oyendo Mazenam Dekano. May God bless, may God bless, may God bless, may God bless, may God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, His Excellency, ESN, Ekpa, Simon and Joko, for the job Simon is doing. Simon, I want to say we thank you. We appreciate you. We love you because we know in your hands Biafra is coming. In your hands Biafra is safe. And in your hands, when Biafra comes, the people of Biafra will rejoice. When I say the people, I say the men, the women, the women, the women, the women. Very important, the women. Please, the women and children. Very important. Very, very important. That is why we are doing this. It's all about the women and the children. If it's just for the men alone, I'll say all men can handle themselves. Let men be men and boys be boys. But in this case, it is the women and children. So when I say, in your hands, Simon Ekpa, when Biafra comes, the people of Biafra will rejoice. When I say the people, I mean the men, the women, the children, the old, the young, the poor, the sick, the gentle, the mild, those in the lower class, those in the middle class, and those in the upper echelon of life. We shall all come together under one voice, oh my God, under one union, like a convention. Yesterday, I had to lecture the one they call the monkey child, the zoo child. What a convention is. We come together under one voice, under one union, under one accord, and scream for hallelujah day that day has come, the day of redemption, the rebirth of a nation. My people, you have heard from Trump today. For those that pretend they didn't hear what he said, I will play it one more time and let you know where I'm going with this. This is a coded message from Donald Trump. After he won this election, he has dropped the hint. And those who know it in the go take that coded message, because that's the way we roll. So for the naysayers, for those that pretend they didn't understand the meaning behind the meaning of what he was saying, those that could not decipher the coded message under the thing that he said, underlaid, laced with information, I will play it one more time. Make una hear them over and over and over again. Then from there, I will take this broadcast to a new dimension. Something that will blow your mind. If you're ready, my people. If you're ready, let's go there. Listen. Listen.
Freedom is not a gift from government. Freedom is a gift from God. Freedom is not a gift from government. Freedom is a gift from God.
One more time.
Freedom is not a gift from government. Freedom is a gift from God.
Hold it there. Thank you, Donald Trump, for dropping those messages. He said, and I quote, freedom is not a gift of government. Freedom is a gift from God. Freedom is not a gift from government. Freedom is a gift from God. So those that went to Britain, my Yoruba brothers, I have to give you some, some friendly shots here. Those that went to Britain to go and drop your letter, it wasn't an open letter because nobody knew what you wrote about it inside that letter. Trump is telling you freedom is not given by a government. It is given by God. So Britain, your slave masters, won't be the ones to give you that freedom. To the Yorubas, I understand you guys, to a large extent, you are peaceful guys. You want to do things peacefully. But the zoo that we are dealing with is not peaceful. Britain is known for war. It's a war country. They went around the whole world, pillaging, buying the people, and telling them to bow down and give them their land in the name of the queen. When they go, they say, God bless the queen. God bless the queen or the king. That was what they did. So for you to go to Britain to think that you will discuss, with peace, the only thing they will give you is the freedom of platter of gold. When the government gives you freedom, you get it in the platter of gold. And when they give you in the plate of gold, when you go deeper, there are some things attached. Some strings are attached to that freedom. So Trump is saying freedom is not given by government. Freedom is given by God. Hey! Which is why we, the Biafrans, we said, our Biafra is a religion. Chukwu Okeke Abiyama is the God that gave us our freedom. We are not waiting for man to volunteer and say, yes, we believe in you and we give you freedom. We don't need our freedom from any man, any country, any government. No. Whatever we say comes to pass because we believe in a living God. Biafra is a religion. Omochuku, children of God. Arochuku, the place where God dwells. That land is Biafra. That land is Biafra. So Trump is telling us to give us the assurance, say, freedom is not given by government. Freedom is given by God. When you need your freedom, you must go all out. Fight and die for what you believe in. Even in America, they said, give me liberty or give me death. Only a coward will be scared to die for something you believe in. Only a coward will be scared to die. So we, the Biafrans, we are saying, no, we are ready. Bring it on. Those that want to bring war, make una bring and come. Those that are bringing some terrorists come to town. People like Lakurawa and the rest of them, make them bring and come. Because Nigeria is about to be Islamized. That is the fastest way to conquer Nigeria. And we, the Biafrans, we are jumping ship. Because if you look well, the only region when Islam never enter, now Biafra land. I'm not against Islam or whatever. But the way they are doing it, they have, intertwined their so-called Islam with their culture. The culture of coming to steal your land. That is the problem. Because when they come, they kill the people, they kill those that owns those land, they kill them off. Take over their land. Send them to IDP camp. It is happening everywhere in Nigeria, except the Biafra land. Because we, the men, we have anchored our freedom in the hands of God. We ain't going to beg no man to give us freedom. No government. We shall not discuss with any government to give us freedom. No, we were born to be free. So today, I want to show you what is happening in that zoo because you guys don't know what is happening. The zoo president, Tinubu, he went to Saudi Arabia. The OIC again, the Islamic states, they were having their own so-called discussion, a meeting about Israel and Palestine. And once again, they invited the president of that zoo called Nigeria to show you, say, the Muslim ticket is just the beginning. Going forward, Nigeria is gone. Freedom cannot be given by a government. It is given by God. I want to break it down to you to make you know a revelation says Saudi Arabia is one of those bankrolling the Islamization agenda of that so-called Nigeria. I digress. Let me show you what is happening in the zoo. The way the zoo media, they are reporting that Tinubu has gone to Saudi Arabia, but they do it in a laughing way, in a joking way, as if it is normal. A president in a so-called secular country is being invited down to Saudi Arabia to go and join the Islamic Forum. And they say it's a joke. They see it as normal in a so-called secular country. My people, if you are ready, make we check what the media is saying in that zoo, and let's take it from there. Let's go. Listen.
I hail you all. Well, all right.
Listen.
Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending with reactions trailing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's visit to Saudi Arabia to attend the Joint Arab-Islamic Summit. The president departed the country on Sunday at the invitation of King Salman and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. In a statement by the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Ononuga, the meeting is expected to address a number of critical regional issues with particular emphasis on the ongoing Israel-Palestinian conflict.
Hold it there, my sister. Particularly the Israel and Palestinian so-called conflict. Particularly the Israel and Palestinian so-called conflict. That's why I'm telling you, say, we the Biafrans and Nigeria, there is a line between us. We can never mix anymore. Our ideology is now opposite. Because we love Israel. Israel, they are our distant relatives. We love them to the end, and we shall protect them to the end. We shall support Israel to the end. But Nigeria, because now they are in bed with Saudi Arabia and Islamic State, suddenly Nigeria should be neutral in this one. They should be non-aligned because according to their zoo constitution, they said they are a secular state. The irony of being a secular state is their currency has Islamic inscription on it. Their military coat of arms has Islamic inscription. Even the military, the clothes they wear have Islamic inscription. When you ask those so-called secular people to tell you what they wrote in those Islamic stuff, they don't know about it. The other day, I show you when General Musa was speaking in his real language. So they were at odds at each other. That is why Biafra and Nigeria cannot be together. It is impossible because we love Israel. Biafra and Israel, we are one. From the womb, two nations became one. But this is your zoo president going to Saudi Arabia. The same Saudi Arabia, the Islamic Bank, owned by a consortium, a higher percentage by a Saudi man. They were the ones that stole the gas from Biafra land and they piped the gas to Morocco. This same Saudi Arabia is now inviting your so-called president to an Islamic conference. You guys don't see what I see. The Western world, they were laughing at you guys. I've seen people call and say, oh, are you Muslim? Every time they ask me that question because they know on paper Nigeria is now an Islamic country. So when they look at you, they will assume, are you Muslim? Because on paper, Nigeria is officially an Islamic country. So let's continue with this. Listen to what he went to do there. Listen, 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 listen.
The meeting is expected to address a number of critical regional issues with particular emphasis on the ongoing Israel-Palestinian conflict. The statement reads in part, during the summit, President Tinubu is expected to address the ongoing Israel-Palestinian conflict, emphasizing Nigeria's strong call for an immediate ceasefire and the urgent need for a peaceful resolution. Nigeria will also advocate for renewed efforts to revive the two-state solution.
Hold it there. The zoo will call for the so-called two-state solution. But in their own zoo country, they are saying, oh, Barack Obama, there is a saying we have in Nigeria. Keeping Nigeria one is a task that must be done. Do you now see how stupid and dumb Barack Obama is now, or looks and sounds like, for making that quote? Because the same zoo president has gone to Saudi Arabia. And he's advocating for a two-state solution because he knows deep inside there is a problem there. We all know there is a problem in that area. But it is an irony that your own zoo country that say they believe in one Nigeria, that to keep Nigeria one is a task that must be done. That same zoo country, the president is now in Saudi Arabia advocating for a two-state solution. Nigeria, una shame they shame me. Well, as I say, freedom is not given by government. Freedom is given by God. We have taken this freedom and we have anchored it on the shoulder of God, not man. Anybody waiting for man is wasting their time. If you think the zoo will give you freedom, you guys, IPOB Nigeria Limited, if you assume that that zoo and the politicians will give you freedom, then you are stupid, you are blind, you are foolish. You have wasted the time of our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. From 2012 to 2021, when he was kidnapped, you animals, you have wasted the time of our leader, Oyenduma Nnamdi Kanu. If you assume your politicians will give you freedom. Trump just told you, the number one president of the world, the number one citizen of the world just told you, freedom cannot be given to you by government. Freedom is only guaranteed by God. It is only given by God. Because Saudi Arabia, they are the ones pioneering this thing in Nigeria to Islamize Nigeria. On paper, your zoo is now an Islamic country. That is why they are being invited everywhere they go. The Muslim ticket was not a mistake. But you cowards, you are scared to smell the coffee. You are scared to call a spade a spade. That's an overused slogan in your zoo now, but you guys are scared to call a spade a spade. You are cowards. You are now in an Islamic country. Welcome to the Islamic states of Nigeria. Only the Biafrans are free. Only us are free. No other region can escape it. Unless they anchor their freedom in the hands of God. Oh my God, I am going spiritual with this one. I will take my time. I will take my time on this one. Listen.
To lasting peace in the region. All right, let's take some reactions because Nigerians, I think this is an issue that has been in the front burner for a while now, even during the military era. Dr. Abati, correct me if I am wrong. And it's one of the reasons why the de facto vice president of General Babangida, is it Ubuti Ukiwe? He had actually stepped down because of this particular issue, whether or not Nigeria is a secular state. Now, this is a fine. He wrote, Nigeria is a secular state. At least the Constitution says so. Nigeria is not in the Middle East. So why exactly was invitation extended to Mr. President? If the situation was reversed, I can bet everything that our brethren from the other side will not take it lightly. Well, I believe Angela, this is a balanced tweet here. Angela wrote, Nigeria with a compelling Muslim demography must be at the summit.
Holy day, can you now see the language now? Nigeria with a compelling Muslim geography must be at the summit. They are now saying Nigeria has a compelling Muslim geography. As the saying goes, minority will have their say, majority will have their way. If you allow them to sell this narrative that Nigeria is now having a wider demography of Muslims, then you guys, you are sold. You guys are gone. Because this is what the cabal, they went to tell Saudi, Iran and the rest of them. Even Turkey here, the same thing. Turkey was once a Christian country. Turkey was once a Christian country. I was speaking with my manager. I said, how come, when the EU were trying to make Turkey to be part of it, and say, is the EU not making a mistake? Why would they make an Islamic country to join the EU? And my manager laughed at me and said, what are you talking about? Turkey was once a Christian country. But something happened. I said, really? He said, yes. I said, wow. Wow. I never knew about that. In my research or whatever, I never saw Turkey as once being a Christian country. Not even a secular country, a Christian country. So this zoo now that this girl here is saying, what's her name again? You know, they use psychology. She say Angelina Ibrahim. That's the psychology they use. They put one English name and they put their Fulani name. She is telling you here, oh my God, that Nigeria with a compelling Muslim demography must be at the summit. Must. No other option. Must be at the summit. Must be part of the Islamic countries. OIC, IBB did that one. We knew what it did back then in the 80s. OIC. Nigeria became one of the Islamic states on paper. You guys that are pretending not to know what is happening. There is fire on the mountain and you pretend not to know what is happening. Well, I keep saying it. From the 2nd of December, me and my Biafran people, we shall be watching you guys like Netflix. We shall be watching you guys like Netflix and chill. I go to chill, they watch now for TV. I'll be watching the episode of Nigeria. Every day, new episode. Blockbuster episodes. Because we the Biafrans, we are going. Our freedom is not in the hands of government. Our freedom is in the hands of God. It will come from God. Not from your zoo government, not from Britain, not from the Fulani cabal. It will come from God. Upon God's shoulder have we the Biafrans anchored our movement and our liberation. Let's continue.
Being a member of the OIC.
Take it back, listen.
This is a balanced tweet here. Angela wrote, Nigeria with a compelling Muslim demography must be at the summit. Again, being a member of the OIC, her presence is not only desirous, but desirable. I congratulate President Tinubu for his state arrival and wish Nigeria, Palestine, and Muslim world a fruitful deliberation.
Hey, Atalamshi. Fiakwa. Hey, God have mercy. Look at what she's saying. She wished Palestine. She wished the Muslim world. She wished Tinubu. Not Israel. But we the Biafrans, we are aligned with Israel. So there is a problem. There is no way Biafra and Nigeria can be one. Even when we have our nation, my Prime Minister, we may have to build a very big wall. I'm sorry. The same way Trump is building a wall against the Mexicans. We may have to build a very big wall. A very high wall, man. I don't want to see those guys at all in my life anymore. These guys, they are wicked, they are evil. A very high wall must be built to cut us away from that area for life. No more border. Now only wall go cover that area. That northern side, it go cover them. To the southwest, fine. I'm cool with them, no problem. Ambazonia, no problem. But that other side, a big wall, we shall invest in the highest wall in the world. Because see the way they are talking. There is fire on the mountain. See the way the guys are speaking. They show no empathy. They don't even care. They don't care. See the way they get the talk. Angelina Ibrahim. That's the psychology they use on you guys. And some of you guys, you fall for it over and over again. You blame Simon Ekpa. You blame Nnamdi Kanu. Somebody who told you they were coming. He told you they were coming. But today, he's the only one languishing in your jail. God have mercy. Hey, let's continue.
Another I believe, tweet that Bayo Ononuga had posted with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's entourage there, if we can pull up that tweet. And then he had written that, the president was received, I believe, by the deputy governor of Riyadh region. Also, listed some reactions. Dr. Abati,
What
governor
you
of the
saw
Riyadh region.
in diplomatic relations is that presidents are received by their equals.
Yes.
Or they are received by high-ranking members of the government. When we were in government, some of the people who received presidents were ministers, ranking ministers. But for a deputy governor of a region to go and receive the president of Nigeria, there's probably a breach of protocol. The call is for our Ministry of Foreign Affairs to have handled this better. But we don't know the ranking of that deputy governor.
Only there, I beg, breach of protocol. No, that's how they see you guys. You guys, you are paupers. You guys go to the Western world and all you do is beg, beg, beg. You are cowards. You are paupers. Your government are paupers. Eh? Imagine a deputy governor of a region, of the Riyadh region, came to host you. I beg, forget these people, I beg. You guys are gone.
Riyadh. Now, that's number one. Number two is that the people who are saying, oh, Nigeria should not be part of an Arab Islamic summit. Well, we're back to 1986.
Yeah.
In 1986, when the Babangida administration decided to take us to the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, OIC. It was the same argument. People quoting Section 10 of the Constitution, which says...
That was the beginning. This man is the beginning of your problem as well. They are all aligned to Usman Danfodio. IBB, Maradona, the man that pied Dele Gigiwa. To the Yorubas. You see also, we the Biafrans, so we are watching from the neighbor, from your window. We are good neighbors. We observe everything. Delegiwa was killed by this man, but you all pretended. You still went into partnership. During those days, the great fella would say, Huki Delegiwa na baba. Huki Delegiwa na baba. If you put Amgida, now you sabi yo, I don't know, but na baba. Huki Delegiwa na baba. Huki Delegiwa na baba. If you put Amgida, now you sabi yo, but na baba. God, you guys. Oh, God. Fear. Uja. Hey, nah. These guys, they've been taking out your best. Abiola was taken out. Delegewa was taken out. Eh? Even Dia was supposed to be taken out. Obasanjo was supposed to be taken out. Obasanjo was supposed to be taken out. God, he was in death row, in a prison, begging like a baby. Yet, you blame the Igbos. The Igbos must go. God, you guys, man. Cowardice. The bully in the classroom. Exactly what is happening to you guys. You know the bully, you know the problem, but you pretend. You want to blame that other guy when they mind in business. And the more you blame that guy, the more the bully is now, easing the pressure off you a bit. According to you, you assume the more you blame that other guy, the more the bully will ease their foot on your neck. But by doing that, the bully is now choosing your leaders. And when they choose the worst from you, amongst you. They choose the worst amongst you to rule, which is shocking. But as you lay your bed, so you lie on it. That's life. As you lay your bed, so you lie on it. But for we, we the Biafran, so we call a spade a spade. We don't worship man. We know they worship a king. No. That's not who we are. We don't anchor our freedom on government. It is anchored on God. Let us hear RUFAI OSENI his own perspective, because Dr. REUBEN ABATI, that politician, he likes to dance around the point sometimes. Make we hear RUFAI OSENI waiting him one talk. He tried. Let's listen.
That. If I come to you, RUFAI, in the meantime, a counter-insurgency publication, Zagazola Makama, focused on the Lake Chad region, reported over the weekend that members of a new terrorist group, Lakurawa, are offering financial incentives
They are coming.
to recruit young people in Sokoto State.
They are coming.
According to the publication, the new group is offering as much as 1 million naira to young.
Hold on there. They are offering 1 million naira each. Lakurawa, the new terror group. Somebody told you they are coming, they are coming, they are coming. The terrorists, they are coming. Headsmen, they are coming. The Fulani Kabal, they are coming. Boko Haram, they are coming, they are coming. ISIS, they are coming. Headsmen are coming. ISWAP, they are coming. Somebody told you, a prophet told you they are coming, they are coming, they are coming. And you called him Biafra. You called him a criminal. A prophet in the name of Nnamdi Kanu told you that even the herdsmen, they are coming. They are coming with their cows, with AK-47. They will come to your village. They will come to your land. They will act as if their cows are coming to chop the crops of your land. They will rape your women in the land. They will steal your land. They will destroy your crops. At the end, they will take over your land and send you all to the IDP camp. They are coming. They are coming. They are coming. And they laughed at him. They called him a small boy. He took his gospel to America. He spoke to the Biafrans in America. Those that love to chop hot dog and burger. Those that love to chop shawarma. He went to Igbo worldwide. Ndi Igbo worldwide. Spoke to them in America. They said no. And now they nobody is coming. The Igbo land is safe. In fact, Ala Igbo is the safest. Nobody is coming. Nnamdi Kanu. If you need job, you tell us. We will give you a job in America. Nobody is coming. You say you need guns and bullets. You are a dreamer. Igbo land is safe. Igbo land is beautiful. Igbo Amaka. We love to go to Igbo land to chop, the New Yam Festival. Christmas time, we love to travel. So Nnamdi Kanu, nobody is coming. Nigeria is safe. Nigeria is beautiful. We belong to Nigeria. We believe in Nigeria. Nigeria is safe. And Igbo land is the safest. Unfortunately, our leader was insulted even by his own people. Even his own people insulted him. As they say, a prophet will never be respected from his own town. Nothing good can come out of Nazareth. It is written there in your Bible for a reason. Even though Jesus Christ came from Nazareth, the one to save the world, the one that rescued the world, the Lamb of God that took away the sins of the world, he came from Nazareth at the end. The end justifies the means. But a man told us they are coming, they are coming, they are coming. But today that man is languishing in jail. That man was kidnapped from Kenya in, was it June 2021? How many years? 3 years and counting. And the so-called Nigerians that he warned, he told what was to come, they kept quiet. Because they are still scared of the caliphate. Despite someone told you they are coming, they are coming, they are coming. I fear for his life. I fear for his life. Because my Lafia told you as well what will happen from 2022. The cabal, they were angry with him, they poisoned him, and today he's no more. This is why we need Biafra as soon as possible. So that when the thing begin happen, our leader might be free through a prisoner exchange. Because the way I'm looking at it, to call a spade, the cabal will not release Nnamdi Kanu. If you put your hope in the government, they will dash your hope. It's only God that you can rely on. Those that believe in Nigeria, you're wasting your time. They will not release Nnamdi Kanu. But now that we have Trump in power, last time we heard the lady, oh my God, in 2019, that was working with Nnamdi Kanu. When even Simon Ekpa was still with Nnamdi Kanu, because from 2019, 2020, 2021, Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu, they were working hand in hand. Now we hear that she is now one of the senior stakeholders, ranking officers in Trump's government. But I digress. Make we hear this news. Make we hear what is happening now, because somebody told us they were coming and they lied. They said he was a liar. But today, all what he said has come to pass. So let's take it back. Listen to the new guys who are in town now. They are known as Lakurawa, the new terror group in that zoo called Nigeria. They are in town. Listen.
Lake Chad region reported over the weekend that members of a new terrorist group, Lakurawa, are offering financial incentives to recruit young people in Sokoto State. According to the publication, the new group is offering as much as 1 million naira to young men in exchange for their allegiance. Makama quoted sources saying that the financial initiatives are part of an aggressive recruitment campaign aimed at attracting followers to their cause. The group are reported to adhere to extremist ideologies similar to the beliefs of Boko Haram. Well, we know that over the weekend, the group had killed about 15 people in Kebbi State. Defense headquarters recently declared 9 suspected members of the group wanted. I believe the spokesperson, Edward Buba, had said that,
Just look at these guys in the open field. Nobody is stopping them. No police, no DSS, no military stopping them. But you will find their military in Biafra land. Can you see what we have been saying all this while? In Biafra land, every 100 meters, there's a police checkpoint. But these guys, they could assemble this way in the open. And nothing is happening. They have signals. They have cameras and signals. And the zoo did nothing about it. You guys that believe in Nigeria, make una open their eyes and watch. This is in an open ground, an open square, in a community. No police, no army, no navy, no DSS. Nobody is coming to stop these guys. But in Biafra land, you'll be seeing their truck going through and through. Let's continue. Just listen.
Terrorists were from the Niger Republic, and they came from that time when there was that sort of disruption between Nigeria and Niger. Let me take a reaction with this story. This is from Chief Emmanuel, who wrote, "This development is deeply concerning and highlights an urgent need for a coordinated response to counter extremism in Nigeria's northwest. The Lakurawa group's tactic of offering substantial financial incentives to economically vulnerable youth in Sokoto directly targets those who may feel they have few options. This, combined with extremist ideology, poses a serious threat to stability in the region. The presence of individuals reportedly from Mali, Chad, Libya, Niger, and Burkina Faso indicates a transnational dimension to this group, transforming it into a regional security issue.
They are coming.
Extremist groups like Lakurawa exploit local grievances such as economic hardship and lack of opportunities to attract recruits, often creating a dangerous sense of belonging for disenfranchised young people. Relevant agencies like the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Police Force, the Department of State Services must increase surveillance and intelligent efforts to monitor and counter this threat. Additionally, agencies focused on economic development, such as Nigerian Youth Investment Fund, can collaborate to offer alternative pathways through job creation, education, and skill development programs. This joint approach, combining security with socio-economic intervention, can help protect communities from exploitation by extremist groups. I thought that was such an important...
Wishful thinker, this Dr. Chief Emmanuel Okafor. You are a wishful thinker. See what you are mentioning here. Man, God, tell some of these people, man. Them get eyes, but they know they see. Them get ear, but they know they hear. Them get mouth, but they know they talk. See their leg go, but them know they walk. Hey! My God, people are deaf, dumb, and blind. Somebody wrote this in. Somebody with Igbo name wrote this nonsense here. Man, work day. My Prime Minister, work day. Please. Media men, please. We need to go out there in the field. Work day. We must sensitize these guys. They don't know what they are. They can't even think for themselves. Look at what this guy is writing. Oh, they need some funding here. You call the DSS. He doesn't know the history that the plan of the ultimate goal of Usman Dan Fodio was to Islamize Nigeria. He was on the verge of doing it until the Britain now slowed him down. Britain slowed him down to an extent. Until this day, that has been their dogma. That has been their number one goal and priority. Their ultimate assignment is to dip the Quran in the Red Sea. When you hear these guys come from Mali, Niger, Libya, you're wondering how. They've heard about that gospel. They've heard about Usman. They know Usman Dan Fodio. And they have come to complete the task. OIC, 1986, IBB did what he had to do. He played his own quota. Babangida played his quota. Buhari came from nowhere. Look at what he did. He opened the whole door for ISIS, ISWAP, headsmen, Boko Haram. He played his own parts. Now they knew the power has to shift to the other side of the spectrum. So they came with a Muslim ticket. And now the man they call Jagaban now, he is dumbfounded. He knows behind his back there is a gun on his head there. So if you mess up, the military will come with coup. So do as we say. He's found himself in a conundrum to an extent. He's confused. He doesn't know what to do. He's not the one ruling that country called Nigeria. And today, Lakurawa is in town. Oh God. All this is happening except in the land of Biafra. Yet some animals out there, they are attacking Simon Ekpa. Ask yourself, how come the only region that is safe is Biafra land? How come? Think about it. How come? Because our governors, they kiss ass. When it comes to the governors from Southwest or Biafra land, the ones from Biafra land, they kiss ass. The Imo State governor, he kiss ass. He's their boy. Yet, we are still stopping them from coming into our land. How come? Simon Ekpa, man, I just want to thank you. I thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for keeping us safe. Thank you for keeping my family, my siblings, living in Biafra land. Thank you for keeping them safe, Simon. If not for you by now, every month you'll be paying ransom. Every month. Funeral here, funeral there. Families living in IDP camp. No cell phone, no network. You can't even call them on the phone because they are living in an IDP camp. Thank God, that's not in our portion. We have anchored this freedom in the hand of God. Let those that believe in government, let those seeking their freedom from government continue. But we have anchored our freedom in the hands of God. Government would not give you freedom. Only God can give you freedom. Let's continue.
From that Twitter user, especially the last part where he talked about, the collaboration of trying to have this sort of, initiative where you can engage young people in skill.
RUFAI, let me hear you speak.
Okay, so a couple of things. I'll merge two stories together. I mean, the great Ochaya, Okiwe,
Biafran man.
His rebuttal.
Okiwe, a Biafran man, he stepped aside in 1986. Biafrans, man, Sembe. He said, no, I will not partake in this. He stepped aside. Yes, they kicked him out. Say that, yes. But he stepped aside. He said, no, not in my watch. Biafrans, that's who we are. We saw it from a mile away that what this man is planning is to Islamize Nigeria. And he said, not on his watch. and IBB kicked him out. They wanted to use him. He was placed there deliberately to allow the Biafrans to buy into the OIC idea. Maradona, number 10. IBB he was known as Maradona. He placed this man there to make the Biafrans become complacent. But we thank God this man said, no, not on my watch. I refuse to partake in this. And guess what? He was taken out of office. But at least on record, he said no. Biafrans, Sembe. This is who we are. We don't kiss ass. We don't bow down. Any Biafran man that bows down is a coward. This is who we are. Even in that position, he said, no, I will not do it. I can't be in a government that will do that. Because the Nigerian then was a secular state. But I told you, the gospel of Usman Manfudi must be carried on. Whether you like it or not, Nigeria will be Islamized. Whether you guys like it or not. The only way to escape is to jump ship. But now that Saudi Arabia, they are now in the helm of affairs, your Nigeria will be Islamized. And guess what? Some people will not even care, because deep inside, some of the Yorubas, not all of them, but some of them, they were born Muslims. They converted to Christians. Some of your mega pastors in Yoruba side, they were hardcore Islamists before they converted to Muslims. They were funded by the cabal to go and shake up the Christian world in that so-called Nigeria. Because during those days, Catholic Church was doing their own, Pentecostal was doing their own. The Zoo government, the cabal, now funded their men who were Islamists. They converted to Christian, and they were funded to start their own Pentecostal churches. I don't want to go there today. Let's just hear RUFAI OSENI. But respect to this, our great man, Ukiwe. Ukiwe, that's his name. Ukiwe. Biafran golden child, please, I will give you an assignment. We must make a masterclass presentation about this great man. Ukiwe. We must make a masterclass about this man. I want you to break it down. Let us know more about this man. That will be the next assignment for the Biafran golden child. He's doing a very good job. He's in the zoo, but he's breaking it down the way we expect those in the media houses in the zoo to speak. Respect to the Biafran golden child. I will give him the assignment to make a masterclass presentation on this man. Let's continue.
And Ukiwe is one of those rare men in Nigeria that decided to say, power doesn't mean so much or the hand to me. If it does go in line with my convictions, I will leave. And he left, being, the number 2 man in this country, the great Ochaya. Truth is, it must get to a time, and let's dial back as regards the OIC. It started because of the Al-Hassa fire that happened when Muslim in Jerusalem and the Muslim region said, the Muslim country said, let's have a force, a speaking force. Yeah. And they brought or they coupled a couple of these nations together, Muslim majority nations. Some African countries also joined. But my big question is, why is Africa constantly always being the one to carry the begging bowl around to join almost everything?
Listen.
As a circular nation. Let's never forget that, and that's my argument. Yes, they might do a lot in terms of collaboration, trade, and partnership and all of that. But as the name implies, nations that have majority Muslims. And it looks as an optics that is not fair on the other people in Nigeria that are of other faiths. It's just like Nigeria joining the World Christian Association. There's an imbalance there. So please, let us also set that straight. And Africa should stop being a begging bowl.
See what they hungry, these old men. Men that should be in their care home. This is what they, nostalgia. You are already rich. You're already a billionaire. You are allowing the caliphate to use you. You are allowing Saudi Arabia to use you. What else do you need in life? You are already rich. You already have the money to buy a private jet, a yacht, go wherever you want to go in the world. You have the means to get there. But no, nostalgia, those things that you dream of while you were in poverty, while you were nobody. You're trying to relive it now. I want to go to Saudi Arabia. I want to shake the hands of all the sheikhs. I want to be there and they will take me around. They will show me. I want to be president. I want to be president. You are already rich, for crying out loud. Why sell your people? Why betray the Yoruba movement? You used them when you wanted your so-called political stuff that you were doing then. In all your campaign in the Southwest, they were singing the Yoruba anthem. You were, oh my God, God. To the Yorubas, you claim you are the most educated. Oh. You claim, say, that una go school pass. Una talk say for Nigeria now una go school pass. Even though there is no proof yet to break it down, because wherever I've been the best in my field. Wherever I've been to, nobody can fuck with me while I was in primary school, high school, secondary school, university, or whatever. Even in the Western world, yeah, I'm still the best. But I'll fall back. I know back then, people that came to Lagos, the Biafrans that came to Lagos, they were into buying and selling. So you assume that every Igbo man is only into buying and selling. Some of them, they drop from school, because if you're into business, there is no need for you to go into school. Because the Biafrans, what we have is known as the business science. The science of business is innate in us. It is something that we're born with, that wherever we go, we can turn stone to gold. So most of the guys you saw in Lagos during the 80s, during the 90s, coming to do business, most of them, they didn't go to school because they were good in business. So perhaps that was where that saying came, say, oh, the Yorubas are the most. But I'm not here to discuss that. My only argument is, how come you claim to be the most educated and you are allowing the lowest of the lows to fool you guys, to choose the worst from you to rule? I don't understand this. Hey, my God, have mercy. When you want to present your president to rule that so-called Nigeria, you don't get the best from you. The so-called scholars, the so-called, academicians, those that went to school. I always see criminals, I see drug men being those that the cabal will choose of you. That's the problem. And you claim you're the most educated. It is, I don't know, an oxymoron, if you call it that way, to an extent. It's an oxymoron to me that you claim to be the most educated, but the lowest of the lows are the ones representing you to be president. I don't understand this. I don't understand this. Perhaps when you saw the Igbos coming to Lagos, those ones that come to do boy, they learn with their boss for 2 years, then they pay them some money, start their own business. Perhaps you assumed that was all the Igbos. Not knowing there were some like us that were scholars. Perhaps. Because till this day, now only us sabi business science, the science of business. Other people, other tribes, other countries, what they know is business studies. The study of business. You go to learn, you go and study in school business. But we have the science. It is inborn in us. It is innate in us. Whatever we touch turns to gold. Perhaps that's what they hate about us. Because I don't understand how you will sell land to somebody. You sold a land to somebody in Lagos. Person can't buy the land or buy the house. Can't break them down. Can't renovate them. It's looking beautiful. They paid you money for selling the house. You use the money to go to USA. You use the money to go to Canada. You went to Australia. You went to UK. Now that you're making some money, you are now looking at that house you sold 5 years ago. And now you are angry. about the owner of the house, despite the money the owner paid you, is what made you and your family to be living in America. It happened to my senior brother. Somebody sold their father's house. The first son of this man, he sold their father's house, and he was handsomely paid almost 140% the value of the house. He traveled with his wife to America. He has made money in America. Now, out of greed and selfishness, he's now looking pictures of how beautiful the house is. And now he's messaging my uncle, my bros, say, bros, please, oh, that house, oh, do you want to sell it back? How can you ask somebody that owns a house if they want to sell it back? Because that's what leads to envy and problem that you're having now. The Igbos didn't carry guns, AK-47, to steal your land. They came with their money, their hard-earned money, their business money, to buy your land, to buy your houses. And now that they are doing well, they've improved the value, they've added value to the real estate of their houses, and now you are angry with them. The Igbo must go. The Igbo is the problem. The Igbo must... God, so much in my heart. It a pain person to too much. Sometimes this things like this, it a pain. Because when I was growing up in Lagos from childhood, I never experienced all these things. It only started happening from 1999. According to me, according to my own perspective, I started seeing this happening from 1999 when a certain man became governor of Lagos State. That was when we started seeing this thing. Tension. The Oba this, the Oba that. Tension everywhere. OPC came from nowhere, and they were attacking those that have been there for so long. There were threats everywhere. It started from OPC. Let's just leave it. Oh my God. I'm in the spirit. Let's continue and hear you, RUFAI OSENI, please. Listen.
Gas President Tinubu and the vice, governor of the Riyadh region. This was the same Nigeria that when our prime minister went visiting Tafawa Balewa in the 60s in America, it was the vice president of America that came to receive him at the airport. Compare and contrast those time and now. It shows that Nigeria is losing something on the international scene. As regards this terrorist group, Oji, for this terrorist group to even bring out, say they want to give people 1 million naira, then there are people funding them. What has the government done to at first block the financial muscle of this group? For every bullet shot, people are buying those bullets. So the government should be able to come in with intelligence, NFIU and the like, to see who are those funding this group. Secondly, use intelligence and drones and everything to swoop in on them.
Absolutely.
Thirdly, the economic condition. After the Metisani riots, it was said that if we don't fix the economic condition of the north and some other areas, then we're going to have long-lasting problems. Those problems have come on to roost now. Hernando de Soto famously wrote about the mystery of capital. It was Hernando de Soto's suggestion that helped end most of the war in his native Peru. He said, give property rights and give economic empowerment to the people of a certain area, and the role of insurgent group will stop. Because these people too, we have foot soldiers in those communities because of the economic empowerment. Absolutely. So how can we turn that around? The last tweet has talked about things like empowerment schemes in those areas. So let's work on this.
Empowerment.
Let's find money. When a revelation was made in Dubai, I regard people that were funding some terrorist group in Nigeria. Till today, those people have not been brought to book. So we must be able to stop the money trail so that groups like this do not become a problem, because it's fast becoming a problem and this situation is muffing and muffing.
Hold it there. Now you are speaking my language. When they brought the list of those terrorist founders or funders, those that were funding the terrorism in Nigeria, they gave you a list. And your government, the Buhari government, shielded them. He probably shredded up. And you are here saying, oh, the government want to solve terrorists. You guys don't know. Look, what they are doing is to Islamize you. I want you guys to understand something. The same way it happened in Turkey. Right now, Turkey is peaceful. But when they were about to Islamize them, there was war, blood everywhere. It was Islam or die. Islam or die. They were chopping off heads, all those things. People now panicked. Nobody was coming to save them. Nobody was coming to save them. They became submissive, and over time, they say, okay, let us just turn to Islam and solve the problem. It happened in Turkey. The same thing is coming now. These guys you are saying, Boko Haram, all those guys, they are not just coming to buy. No. What they want to do is put fear in you. They will take your land, shift you to IDP camp. The moment you become landless. Because what gives you your right, they say you are a landlord by nature. Where your family come from. The moment you lose that, you become a servitude. In that zoo called Nigeria. You become an artisan. You are just going back and forth in that zoo. Your level of so-called influence will go down. You being a stakeholder in Nigeria, it will go down because now there is no ownership of land. Back in those days, it was all about land ownership. The cabal know this. Those that taught them well, they taught them well. It's all about your land and your resources. Once they take them off you, now when they make a policy, say, okay, stop, girls cannot wear jeans, don't drink wine. In fact, it's already happening. Small is already happening. Before you know it, everybody go begin wear kaftan to have a political position in that so-called Nigeria. In 1999, that was the beginning of people wearing kaftan in Lagos. People were wearing kaftan. They thought it was funny. To get a job, you have to, dress in a kaftan way, in a particular way, not to show who you really are. It was happening in Lagos, my people. From 1999, when a certain man was governor, people were wearing kaftan in Lagos. The Igbos in civil service in Lagos, they were wearing kaftan. I rest my case. For those who have ears, let them hear. For those who have ears, let them hear. Trump has told us, government will not give you freedom. God is the only one that can give you freedom. We, the Biafra, we didn't go to Britain, we didn't go to Germany, we didn't go to France, we didn't go to any other people to get freedom. All we did is put our freedom in the hands of God. And by God's grace, from the 2nd of December, that will be the beginning of the end of Nigeria. That will be the beginning of a new nation called Biafra. Lord have mercy. All those Boko Haram, let them come because we know they will come. Once we declare from 2nd of December, mark my word, I am not a prophet, but I will tell you this. From the 2nd of December, these guys they call Lakurawa, they will assemble them. They will tell them, march forward, go in a formation to Biafra land. Boko Haram, no, don't buy us anymore. The new assignment is Biafra land. ISWAP, ISIS, even the headsmen, leave your cow somewhere, carry your AK-47 and come to Biafra land. We have an assignment for you. That is the place we'll start from the Islamization of Nigeria. Let them come. Let them come to the land. We have our men on ground. Our men are there to protect us. Our men are there. We have the men to protect the land and die and fight for Biafra. Oh, happy days when Biafra comes. Oh, happy days when Biafra comes, we shall rejoice in the sun because we are children of the rising sun. They know that Biafra is the final fight, the fight of Armageddon. For good, this is they are doing. From the 2nd of December, you'll be surprised. You will see them. They will come together. ISWAP, Lakurawa, all of them, Boko Haram, they will all come together and focus on Biafra. Just watch. You will call me a prophet, but I'm not. It's common sense. It will happen. The same way it happened in Turkey. They will bring it on because they know Biafra land is the strongest hold. If they can conquer Biafra land, Nigeria is gone. If they can conquer Biafra land, Nigeria is gone. Nigeria becomes Islamized that same night that Biafra gets conquered. But the God we serve, because we have not put our hope on man, on government or whatever. We've put our hope, our freedom, our independence in the hand of God, the God of Biafra. And we know we shall triumph. The land of Biafra will be free. We have the men on ground to protect the land of Biafra. They are jubilating, they are in high spirit, and I know, come what may, from the 2nd of December, it will be the end of that so-called Nigeria. We the Biafrans, we are gone. We are gone. God bless you, and I love you all. From me, from here, for now, I just want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I remain yours brother, your friend, the guy that will tell you the truth. I don't mince my word. I don't bite my word. I don't eat my word. I will tell you the way it is, rough, rugged, and raw. That's who I am. Peace. I love you all. God bless you.
I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media. Forget whatever that the Nigeria terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. I am telling you the fact. The northern Nigeria know that the game is over. I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Ekpa knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, or maybe they are just skeptical, are the gullible one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigeria terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafrans, not knowing that I actually lost the war already before even the war started.
Yeah, Biafra, Biafra. Yeah, superstar media. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. I wanna know. We're going back to the land. We're going back to the motherland. Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We're going back to the land. Tell me about Biafra. We're going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra, Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We're going back to the land.